ways in which a community shows its presence and its permanence in a locality is by developing its own institutions. And those institutions get reflected in various organizations, but also various buildings and centers and places where their activities can take place. So there are places like the Burnie Ground one night, but left scars that were very, very deep. In 82 was a fairly divided society. It had a big division between the richer part of the borough and the poorer part of the borough. There were also lots of divisions between the different races. The black communities didn't get a fair whack of council services or council employment, used to face discrimination when they went to work in private companies and in the factories and the workshops. And then when the unemployment came in, it was mainly the black young people who bore the brunt of the unemployment and the lack of opportunities. This generation of young people that were coming through the school system, they were the second generation of migrants, and they weren't going anywhere else, and their thinking was different to their parents, who may have thought that we're here for a while, we're going to make some money, earn some living, and then go back. This generation was here to stay, and therefore their attitudes and their thinking was completely different, and society and government needed to respond to that, and they weren't doing that at that time.
I became a councillor.
The first ever black leader of a local council, not just in the UK but anywhere in Europe. And he wasn't just a black face in terms of recruitment, retention, promotion and so on. If I tell you that on the first day that I walked into the then headquarters of Haringey Council, there were precisely 3 black people working there, then 30 years later you can see that it is now a very much changed organisation.